Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. Today we're going to take a look at a knife by Cold Steel. This is the Cold Steel Kudu. It's not a new knife, it's been out for a while, so you may be familiar with it. Ships in this box in a plastic sleeve and comes with some information on opening or closing the knife rather, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The knife ships with this red band that Cold Steel puts on their knives. It's basically just a warning to make sure you're safely using the knife, that you've read the instructions, that you're not misusing the knife, that kind of thing. The knife is a Navaja styled knife. It opens with a nail nick, and if you'll listen, you'll hear the caraca sound as that blade opens. Stats on that are a 4 1/4 inch blade. That's made of the Krupp 4116 stainless steel. That's a steel that was introduced about 3 years ago. It was intended as a low-cost, high-performance alternative to the more expensive steels, and it's a decent performer for the money, for what it is. It's found on your lower-cost general duty type knives. It does have a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 57. This particular blade is made of that, and it's 2 millimeters thick, so it is a narrow blade, but that will assist in penetration and in shearing. The weight is 2.4 ounces. The overall length is 10 inches, and the handle is made of Zytel. Let's get a close-up on that. I believe this is the lowest priced knife Cold Steel makes. Barely into the double digits. This is, it's a lot of knife for that kind of money. The handle is Zytel, I said, which is a very rugged material. That'll never shrink or fade or rot or anything like that. It'll always look nice like it is right out of the box. It's been made with a texture sort of, I think that's to simulate a wood grain. It's dressed up with an antler design there on the handle. The blade is flat ground. It does have a picture of a kudu on it, which is a antelope type of an animal. It's got a curve back there at the back for your hand to fit well in the hand, and it does widen closer up here to the blade, to get for your grip. It's a good gripping knife. It's the ergonomics are good. I would say I would give it good marks for ergonomics. There's certainly there's no shortage of handle there. You can see there's plenty of handle for my hand. The thing about this knife is the locking mechanism. This clasp here. Really what you've got is you've got the blade. The back of the blade has been notched in several places. There's about 5 or 6 notches on the back of the blade, and as it opens, it ratchets through the pressure that this clasp is putting on it, and that was that sound you heard when I first opened the knife, that caraca sound. When it comes to the full deployment and locks or latches, then that final nib or post is exposed through the opening there, and there you can see that, and you can see that's what's locking that knife, that last post, and as I said, there's a series of them that ratchets through that opening there, and that's what makes the sound. Now to close the knife, that's what these instructions are that the Cold Steel includes with it. They include some information on just how to close the knife safely, because it is a latching mechanism that is a little bit unusual, or it's very old style, old world, and it's not found on many knives today. Really, just more for novelty, I suppose. But putting your finger through the ring, you're going to want to pull back to release the pressure. To release the pressure that's on that post, and then once it is, you can tip the blade forward with your thumb. And then once you've done that, you can just close it normally. So we'll open that like that. It's got a very mirror polished blade there. You can see I'm getting a lot of glinting off of that. It's a very mirror polished blade. It's a good size knife. And it closes just like that. It's no problem to close. It's just a different way of doing it. It's a split ring there that you're putting your finger through. It's a decent enough knife. I mean, like I say, it's inexpensive. It's not. The steel is the Krupp 4116, which is, admittedly, it doesn't have royalty in its bloodline. It doesn't come from that kind of a lineage, but it is a good general duty type of steel for a knife like this. Like I say, the cost is extremely low, and you can buy several of these at once. Keep one in your pocket, put one in a kitchen drawer, put one in your glove box of your car, put one in a briefcase, put one in a tackle box. That's the kind of thing. And if you break it or you lose it, it's no big tragedy. I mean, these knives are meant for use, and you're not gonna really think twice about maybe doing some things with it that you might not do with a more expensive knife. And that the steel is certainly good enough. I mean, it'll cut what's put in front of it. It's a good cutting steel. It's a good cutting steel, and it's got a novel kind of a latch on it. It's sort of a collector's item, really, a conversation piece, collector's item. Cold steel Kudu. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you again.